Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jesse Brower coming at you live from the tuition free School of Entrepreneurship show. And for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, I want to tell you a little bit about why I do the show. And it's really three reasons. Number one, guys, I want to inspire entrepreneurship around the world. As you can see around me in the background there on my green screen, we have a picture of the Chocolate Hills. Well, that's from Bohol, Philippines. I actually lived in Bohol, Philippines for 3 years, and I fell in love with the country. So not only do I want to inspire entrepreneurship around the world, but I specifically want to inspire entrepreneurship in the Philippines. And I really, I decided I wanted to start teaching entrepreneurship over there. So I said, well, the best way to do it is through a live show. So we've had experts, everybody. I mean, we've had Steve C., we've had Rudolph Ryan Perez, we've had John Pagulayan, to name a few. And we get all kinds of experts that are into, trading, e-commerce. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to have a lawn care guy come on because, it's like entrepreneurship is any kind of a business. So, and so we're going to talk to all different type of entrepreneurs. And today we have a special guest. Her name is Dina Samuel, and she is a Facebook ads expert. I've checked out her profile. And it looks like she's doing some pretty exciting stuff with Facebook ads. And guys, so basically that's why I do it. It's just to inspire you, to encourage you to actually get busy starting up your side hustle and then growing into a business. You don't have to wait to start your side hustle, to start your business. You don't need anybody's permission to be an entrepreneur. I give all the glory to God for everything in my life. I am a Christian, but you don't need a special calling from God to be an entrepreneur. You don't need anybody's permission to be an entrepreneur. You can just get busy and you can build your own dream. So you have the ability to do that. You're a human being and you have a brain and you have hands and stuff like that. So you can go and get busy doing it. With that, I just want to introduce once again, Dina Samuel. She is, again, a Facebook ad expert. How about you introduce yourself a little bit as well?
Right. Good morning, everybody. Jess, are you in the US right now or in
I
Philippines?
sure am. I'm in Arizona right now. I was in the Philippines
Oh,
from 2015 to 2018, and I'm thinking maybe going back in 2021. I really want to get
mm-hmm.
a physical location for one of my schools going in Bohol, and I
Oh,
think the target is
oh,
sometime
wow.
in 2021. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. So, good evening, everybody. For everyone watching in the US right now. And magandang umaga. Everyone watching here in the Philippines. My name is Dina Samuel, and I have been well. How do I say this, Jess? Well, I have a digital marketing agency here in Manila, and we cater to, or we've been helping home contractors in the US and Canada for the past 4 or 5 years.
Ah,
So this, side hustle now, a business, a growing business, started 2015. Yeah, sometime around that time, 2015, 2016. And yep, I do web design for home contractors, Facebook ads. um Top goal there is to help them get leads, consistent leads, and projects so they can scale their business.
wow, that's terrific. So, as I think I'm involved in the solar industry, which is also,
Mm,
home improvement, and so we get leads that are generated from Google and
yep.
also from Facebook. So we do both, and we get them from both sources. If the solar guys are always doing that, and so I can totally relate. And then we call, and we do telemarketing. So we make phone
Mm,
calls, we do text messages, we do voicemails, and I
yep,
think you mentioned you do something like that as well, right?
I do. But more specifically on the Facebook ads, um and web design.
Wow, that's terrific. So tell us a little bit about your background. Like what caused you to become an entrepreneur? I mean, you can go back as far as you want. So like when you were a kid,
Yeah,
like how did you start out? Where did you grow up? Why did you decide to do entrepreneurship instead of working in a 9 to 5?
love it. um I've been selling my whole life. I've been selling my whole life. I remember when I was a kid, I would sell, here in the Philippines, we have this ice candy thing.
Yeah.
You know that, right? And um, back in high school, I would trade money for doing projects for my classmates. And so I think I had it in me, right? And I'm pretty much, when I started working, I got into a sales position that's in a call center industry, BPO. And that was like what, 6, 7, 9 years. And I've been doing telemarketing and appointment setting, all this stuff. So I think my whole life I'm just super focused on the sales side of of business. And so that paved the way into getting a work from home. It started with like a work from home setup. I got pregnant 2014, this December 2014, and so I had to quit. The 9 to 5 lifestyle. I need to quit working outside. Um, I had a difficult pregnancy, and I actually gave birth prematurely, and that was like the starting point of everything. Like, okay, it's gonna be like non-negotiable for me to go back to the usual 9 to 5 job. So it all started with, okay, Lord, it would be so cool to have, a work from home. Although I have zero idea on how it's gonna be. Like, I just know, okay, well, it would be cool to have to be earning at home, right? And then it all started with my previous boss contacted me. um he sent me a message on LinkedIn asking me that they will be building a team here in Manila, and that would be for appointment setting. And so, okay, I was like, wow, that was a quick wish granted, right? So it started from there. I was doing cold calls from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Manila
Wow.
time.
Yeah.
We're following Eastern time. So we would be doing cold calls. I was pregnant at that time.
Wow.
Um, yep. And it was hard. When you're pregnant,
Yeah.
you're always sleepy and dizzy and all this. But yeah. And then May of 2015, I gave birth prematurely, and that I had to, stop all the work and had to, focus on my son. And I came across Mr. John Pagulayan, and it started from there, right? From that mindset of, working at home and um but still the same 9 to 5. Yes, you're working at home, but you
Right.
still follow that. You're still time bound, right? And then came John Pagulayan. He introduced this method. Right now we're calling it the JTL method, John the Legend method, the CCPP process. And that opened my mind to, like, okay, this isn't just, a work from home setup. Like, this could
Right.
be a real business. And
Absolutely.
so, yep. And it all started from there. It all started. I hustled all the way to having what, 15, 17 retainers now.
Nice.
Um, and well, everything has been going great.
Hey, that's terrific. What an inspiration. What an inspiration. And you guys, just let me tell you, you can do it too. Okay. Her
Yeah.
story is similar to mine. It was 2015, and I was working in appointment setting. So we have a lot in common.
Hmm.
Appointment setting, outbound telemarketing,
Yeah.
appointment setting for janitorial type of contractors. And you know what? I just decided I was going to move to the Philippines because I knew that I could do it at night, and all I had to do was get a solid internet connection. And so I took the leap of faith to move to the Philippines in 2015, and I was able to work from anywhere. And I didn't know anybody in my family or any of my friends who had ever done anything like that. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to create a telemarketing business because I've
Uh-huh.
been in sales all my life also. And I've been on the
High five.
telephone. Yeah. And I've been on the telephone since I was 13. So, and I mean, gosh, I could tell. I wish I could get you on the telephone with me, but I'm sure you're not into it anymore. But man, I can tell
Mm.
you're a killer. You know, you really, I'm sure you are an absolute killer when it comes to that. But yeah, it's very similar, very, very similar experience. And the ability to work from home and then create a business out of it is exactly what I did. Took off, went to the Philippines, and I'll be honest, I did struggle because I was just very green when it came to business, and I had to get a bunch of different clients, and I tried a bunch of different things, and even working for hourly, you know, not working on
Yeah.
and just doing different things, you know, while I was in the Philippines. But I managed, and then in 2000 and I guess it would have been 19 in March, I found a client that I liked, and I was able to turn it into like a real business. And today I have 2 full-time employees, and I'm hiring another one tomorrow. And then I have a VA.
Wow.
So we have, you know, and it's building. And my goal is to get to 10 by the end of the year, 10 full-time employees. And I think we could even do more because there's like so much room to scale when it comes to home services and
Yep.
solar. And so I just want to encourage anybody who's watching this right now, seriously, if you haven't started your business yet, home services, like anything, I don't know, what type of contractors do you work with?
Well, um, it all started with a floor coating contractor. That was, I can still recall. This sometime in August 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 16. 2016. It all started from that one contractor, and then 2 months after, I got my second client, which already like an inbound lead. He reached out to me because I started, you know, talking about what I do, right? And you know, I do um, uh, consistent prospecting for sure, and that is adding, that is connecting, and everything is just being done on Facebook. Like what, right? Everything is Facebook, but all credits to John for sure because he was the one who like really introduced. It's very different from here, Jess. I know you could tell. Um, it's different because Filipinos are so used into this trading hours for money, and we're so used to the 9 to 5 lifestyle, finishing college, and after that you have to get a job and all this. So it was also difficult at that time because especially that I'm starting my own family, right? Everything is just okay. It's a blurry kind of, it's a risk, right?
Yeah.
Should I continue doing this, or I can just go back to Makati and apply for a job? I mean, right? But
Yeah. Yeah. Of
so
course.
I believed on, you know, what John has been teaching, and this is just through his newsletters, by the way. Like I don't know the guy, total stranger. I know we live in just one city, but I didn't have the guts to like really connect and talk and you know. So I was just consuming everything that, you know, everything on his emails, right? But wow, what a journey! Now I'm kind of, you know, reflecting on.
Yeah.
And that was like what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Incredible.
So yes, for anyone, like I love your message. Yes, like for anyone who's watching right now and on that verge, like considering into, yes, you can make a business and life out of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's right, you guys. You can do it. You can do it. And consider home services. Like I was saying earlier, she's done floor coatings, you know, you can
Mm,
do, and here's how you do it. You can just go find clients. Like you know, you don't have to wait for somebody like me to hire you. You can go find your own clients. Like you can literally reach out to say solar companies, or say any kind of a security alarm company, and you
Mm,
can find those people, and you can call them, and you can just call them up and ask them, would you like appointments? Would you like appointments? I mean, appointment setting is huge, and
yeah.
you can make your own business. You can create something out of nothing, guys, because let me just tell you, there's a ton of businesses that rely upon appointments, like alarm system guys, water filter people, the people that do floor coverings, solar, you name it, roofing. It's like, it's all based on appointments. And if you can set an appointment through a Facebook ad, or if you can set it through
Mm-hmm.
a telephone call, I
Yep.
mean, you can definitely make a business, and you don't have to wait for somebody to hire you to do it for an hourly or a salary. You can go straight to them and, just get your offer clear and what it is, and like what is it that you want? Do you want to do rev share? Do you want a per appointment? And you can do it, and you can really do well. And I think rev share is great. That's what I'm currently doing with my clients.
Cool.
And rev share is terrific because it doesn't cost the client anything up front, and on the back end you make a whole lot more than you would for a smaller fee for an appointment. And I think with your model you have the retainer, so that's another model where you literally just have
Mm,
a retainer, and that's a terrific way to go as well. And you can have several clients, you can have as many clients. I mean, and if you think
yeah.
about it, you guys, certain industries, it's like for solar, for an example, if I'm not participating in causing $1 million a day in gross sales, then I'm not even close to hitting any kind of a real ceiling. Like, there's so much scale available. There's so much room to scale. And it's just like, that's why my mind is just spinning now, because it's get more clients, get more employees, get more clients, get more employees. And, you can just become very rich, and you can also make a huge impact. It was like I was telling my
Yep.
guys earlier, whenever they set an appointment, they're changing somebody's life. I mean, what if they have a $500 electricity bill, and, they get solar and it knocks it way down? Maybe we saved the guy from a heart attack or a stroke because maybe he was stressed out. Maybe he's working as a
Yep.
manager
Yep.
in a restaurant. He can't afford to pay a lot of money for, electric. So we're changing the world, and then
Mm,
when it comes to any type of home services, you're really impacting, and you're making an impact, and you guys can make a huge impact in the Philippines, all the way over here in the United States or in any other country, and even in your own country. I mean, you can do it like that. But, when it comes right down to it, what I like to tell people is, get out of the idea that you're going to trade time for money, because time is
yep.
pretty much not going to pay you anything unless you're providing value at that time. So like I was telling you guys earlier, you have to provide a very valuable service, and you have to
Yep.
set these appointments, and then you're going to continue to be employed by me. But if it's even not an employee situation, it's a situation where you are the owner. You've got to provide
Mm,
value first. You've got to provide value before you can expect to receive anything, because time is priceless, but it's also worthless.
yep. Yep.
You know,
Yep. Totally agree.
time is totally priceless, but it's also totally worthless. And what I mean by that is, you can't really ever get your time back, but you can't expect to get paid just for your time either. Like, and there's people in that mindset. They think because I came to work today and I stood here, I should be getting something, or because I'm sitting in this desk and I'm taking these calls, I should be getting something. But no, you have to provide value to get money. But time is priceless, because that's what you're going to spend your life with your family. So you have to understand that when it comes to time, it's priceless, but it's also worthless when it comes to money. So think about that. And,
Yep.
so let's talk a little bit more about Facebook ads specifically, since that's the name of the episode. What have you been
Mm,
able to do with Facebook specifically on building a business?
right. So, we all started somewhere. Okay. Like probably a lot of because I'm also coaching right now. I have like a group of well 200 people like inside our tribe, right? And I have 200 people on my team. Also people looking for opportunities, like they are on their own journey into making something out of this. Right? So with Facebook ads, you'd probably like if you go on my profile, I am very open about it. Like I talk about the results that I was able to provide, the existing campaigns that I have, like every bits and pieces of what I do. But when you if I would look back into 2000 what? Here I am again. 2016, right?
Mm.
2016, 2017. And I wanted to like focus on this thought, Jess. We all need to start somewhere, and that means I failed 1,000 times with Facebook ads. And probably now you're seeing like great results and all that stuff, but I wouldn't be able to reach this certain point if I didn't, go through that failing stage, right? So, because this could be promising, right? We could, I just don't want people to think that, yeah, right, it's gonna be easy at all. Well, I'm here to tell you now, it's gonna suck the first time. Do you agree with me, Jess?
Yeah, I think sometimes it definitely does, and especially when in sales and things like that, and it could be that way in any situation. While you're becoming uncomfortable, and it's just like, yeah,
Mm,
because your body and your brain is used to a certain thing, and to your
yep.
point, your body is designed by God to keep you alive. It's designed to keep you alive. So you've got all these feelings and emotions trying to keep you alive, and when it comes to life and business matters, sometimes your body is a little bit too primitive to serve you well, because your body is trying to
Mm,
keep you alive. And when in reality, like for an example, you get this feeling of fear, or you get this bad gut check, like, oh, I don't want to try that because it's too risky, or I don't want to do this. But,
mm,
in all reality, we're not living in the jungle where the cobra snake is going to bite us and the tiger is going to kill us. So we live in a very protected environment, and these instincts that are like fearful, or that are trying to guard you from doing something, and they're invading into your business life, and you feel like, okay, well, no, I don't want to send that text message blast, or I don't want to do that because it's risky. Somebody might report me to the FTC, or hey, I don't want to spend this money on the Facebook ads because I might lose this money. And you get all these feelings and stuff that are trying to keep you alive. But at the end of the day, you don't go based on your feelings. You go based on a plan. You just get a plan. And
yep.
look, all you have to do, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to find
Yep.
somebody who's doing it, like John Pagulian, like
True.
Dina. Or if you're in e-commerce, go look at Rudolph Ryan Perez or Steve C. Just find somebody who's actually getting results and copy them
Mm,
exactly. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's like, this is not hard stuff, guys. It's maybe it's not necessarily going to feel wonderful because you're stretching yourself and you're going out of your comfort zone. But my big breakthrough came, guys, when I realized, it's like I took an emotional intelligence course. And by the way, take stuff like that. When it comes to education, go and invest with guys like John and guys like
yep.
because
Absolutely.
it can make your life a lot different. So I took an emotional intelligence course, and what I realized is that feelings, if you let your feelings rule your life, you're going to fail in your business and
Ah.
your relationships. Think about how many people get married because it feels really great, and then as soon as the feelings go down, they're like, well, now I'm confused, and then they get a divorce or something like that. Well, they had something good. And if they only, so what you've got to do, and like she said, it feels hard. It feels, like a lot of crap in the beginning on some things, but that's okay. You just don't listen to your feelings. You just push through it, and you say,
You
okay, well, I'm
push through
growing.
it.
When you're lifting weights, it hurts your muscles. Well, your brain is like a muscle or something. So if you're learning a new skill and you're failing, just don't let it, that's the thing. It's going to set you apart. If you want to be a one percenter, then you're going to have to do what one percenters do. So, but to make it easier for you, you don't have to take freaking 30 years to figure it out on your own. Just go find the successful folks and use
Mm,
their advice, and either buy their course or become good friends with them and go and hang out with them and learn from them. Because if you do that, you're going to cut years and years and years off of your trial and error. And that's what my advice would be. So yeah, it does sometimes feel very uncomfortable in the beginning when you're starting anything, but that's okay. Don't listen to your feelings. Listen to your logic and stick to a plan. And that's how you're going to succeed in business and in life.
absolutely, Jess. Totally agree with you. Um, and so, what I actually, I mean, my core message really, like for people who wanted to give it a try, and like, okay, I wanted to pursue offering Facebook ads to whoever, like whatever market you can think of right now. Well, as you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of opportunities waiting. Like literally, like, just in the home service, home improvement
Oh
industry,
yeah.
like a ton. Okay, and hey, let me just go back to what you said earlier. I really love that you said that what we're doing here is not just, getting clients and being paid. We are making an impact. It is true, and I felt that, and it's one of the reasons, Jess, why um I'm very passionate with helping flooring contractors. The sense of fulfillment that I get whenever, a client would tell me, okay, Dina, these are the leads that we got, and these are the projects that we've closed, and they would send me, those project photos, because I also do social media content, right? So I would ask them. I do all the online stuff, digital marketing stuff on the part of their business. And what they do, I tell them, you just need to do your best, maximizing your strength, which is obviously floor coatings. You do that,
Right.
like maximize on that, and I'll take care of that little weakness of the business, which is marketing, right? Let me do my magic. Let me do, because that's something that I can do. That's something that I am very, very much invested into doing, right? And so whenever I get this, testimonials and thank yous, and knowing that their business is also growing, like, okay, after 3 months of working, they now have their own trailer, and they bought their new equipment, and they were able to hire another person. Like, man, that right there, okay, that is making an impact. That is helping another family. That is helping another one dad feed his kids, right? And it's the same thing with on the other side of the spectrum. Like, okay, these guys are doing floor coatings, and you are helping them. Like, I am helping them. Look for those people. Look for those homeowners who are in need of their service, because they could have like a messy garage floor or messy basement. And then these clients of mine who are like looking for them, I'm the one who's bridging that gap. And whenever that floor gets transformed into like a beautiful piece of art, and then they would send me those videos and photos, I'm like, man, what a gift. Like, what an opportunity that has been
Yeah.
given to you.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So you are helping one business owner in here, and you're also helping, well, a homeowner in here that just got their new floor transformed. And that to me is the mission of my agency. That's the mission. That's one of my biggest why, like, I'm continue doing this, right? I mean, I understand that, other entrepreneurs, other marketing agencies in there would be open to, okay, I'm doing what I call restaurant owners and gym owners, and I mean, we do what we got to do. But just to share what worked for me and what has been working, is that I'm very focused on one niche,
Mm.
right? And that enabled me to scale fast.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just um, being consistent with making, or what I call this, expressing and telling the world, hey, this is what I do. And I do that on my Facebook. And every day I would look for those flooring contractors who could probably be needing my help, right? And in a way, I would be shout out. There's Mr. Spillman, one of my clients. Dina is the bomb.
Oh,
She is
terrific.
with us every step. Like, owner of Zone Garage, West Michigan. Thanks, Noah.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
imagine that. Like, so Noah, now I'm lost. Where was I? Um,
No, well, you were talking about making an impact. You were
yes.
talking about, I think, I'm not sure if that's where you left off, but definitely, well, and you're right. And it's like, and I feel the same way. You are creating jobs for people, and you're adding money to the economy. Listen, guys, look, as far as the scam demic goes, the entrepreneurship is the cure for the economic woes caused by the scam-demic. Okay, if you can just go ahead and create something which is a lead or something for a contractor that you're creating jobs for people, and you're helping put the world back on track. You're the cure.
Ah,
Entrepreneurship is the cure, okay, for the economic woes that we're experiencing, right? So just think about that. It's life, it's light. It's like it says in the Bible, you're the salt and the light. Well, entrepreneurs are the salt and the light of the economy. I mean, it's what makes the world go round. Without entrepreneurs, you don't have an economy. So just think about that. And you're absolutely creating jobs. You're
mm,
people are eating because of you. They're feeding
yep,
their kids because of you. So you're making a massive, massive impact. And that is what entrepreneurship is all about. At the end of the day, yes, you can get rich and you can enjoy your life, but think about all the other people that you had to provide value to in order for that to happen, right? And
yeah,
it was real value. And those people are really actually
it is.
eating because of you, and they have a roof over their head because of you. They're employed because of you. And it just gives me goosebumps to think about it. And that's why I love entrepreneurship so much, because you get to help really make an impact in the world and not just be a couch potato or, just standing in a position in a job somewhere, not doing a very minimal task and just trying to punch the clock and get by. If you really want to make an impact in this world, entrepreneurship is one really good way to do it. And it doesn't matter what it is, guys. If it's lead generation, like what we're talking
Yeah,
about, appointment
yeah,
setting, you want to go make a restaurant, you want to go and do a car wash business, you want to have a lawn care business, you want to do e-commerce and sell stuff online, whatever it is. At the end of the day, if you're causing money to flow, and you're actually curing the economic woes of not only this problem but a lot of people's lives. So guys, definitely. I mean, we're right at about 30 minutes. I want to be very respectful of your time. Let's go
yes.
into some final thoughts and just tell us, what would you say to the watcher who has got a cell phone? They're just watching, and maybe they've got a cell phone and they've got like 50 pesos of load, and they don't really know how to start, but that's it. That's what they got. Maybe they're just a younger person, or who knows. What would you tell the person who really wants to start making an impact and providing value in the world and being an entrepreneur, but that's the only tool they have is their cell phone? Can you speak to that
Right.
for a minute?
And 50 pesos, like probably with 50 pesos, you could do like an all day unlimited internet. You
Yeah.
know what I do? What I do, like real scenario. I have my phone with me. I have Facebook. I have only 50 pesos on my hand. Guys, listen, here's what I'll do. Well, obviously, you're watching here right now, and you know me. Probably you're one of my friends, one of my 4,000 friends in Facebook. You know what I do the whole day? Just I would go and click on Dina Samo, and I'm gonna scroll down until the bottom, probably year 2017.
Okay.
Right from today to 2017, I would grab a notebook and a pen. What are the things? What are the things she's been doing?
Mm.
2017, you'd be able to trace like I was posting on the very first few results that I got for that first flooring contractor that he's in Florida, right? Um, I'm not getting any likes, no likes in there, right? No engagement, no nothing. But I had the courage to like speak, show the world, express yourself. What are you doing? Because that's what John taught me. You have to show up, right?
Mm.
And so that was 2016, 2017. And you trace it, like every post that I've been doing since 2017 up until today. 50 pesos one day, you have your phone.
True.
You don't wait for that opportunity to be like, okay, I need to be coached by Dina, or and by the way, you guys, not just me, but what I'm trying to say is if there's someone that you could emulate, like, okay, because that's what I did with John Pagulayan.
Okay.
Literally, I stalked his profile. I stalked those people who
Amen.
shared their
Yeah.
testimonials about
Yeah.
John Pagulayan. I stalked their business. What have they been doing, right? And I took down notes. So this is how it's being done. And I did not wait for that moment to be friends with John Pagulayan. I didn't wait for that moment to have like one-on-one talk and coaching call. No, you just you implement it now.
Yeah.
You try to understand. It's literally that's how they're doing their business. That's what they're doing. So it's just okay. How are you gonna do it on your own? That's for me,
Absolutely.
50 pesos with phone in my hand. I have Facebook. And believe it or not, I mean, if you take it in here, like, I swear I can almost guarantee that you will get results. It could be like an improvement or a growth in your own mindset, or could be getting a client, or it could be getting an inquiry. But soon as you implement what you see that has worked for other people, then
Right.
I don't see any reason why you not get the same results.
Right. And
Jess, thank you
oh,
very
you're
much.
very,
Hey,
very welcome. You're so
like,
welcome. Yeah.
you're doing
This is a
great.
good
Thank you
episode.
for
I
this
really love it.
opportunity.
I thank you for coming on. Very, very, very good episode today. Very, lots of passion, lots of emotion, and just getting it out there for the people. My final thoughts would be, guys, look, if you're struggling and you don't have a job and you're not an entrepreneur, you're basically just floating through life. You can definitely start something today, and you can go and create something from nothing. It's like I had my brother-in-law. He was asking me for money so that he could buy a product to sell to a store. And I says, why don't you go to the store that wants to buy it from you and get the money from them and go back and get the product and do it? And guess what? He did that. And he took my advice, and it was like he was able to do it without capital. He created something. You're just connecting people. And he didn't even need he didn't need my money. I ended up giving him some money anyway, just because he needed some extra. But like at the bottom of the day, he did that transaction without the capital that he thought that he needed. All he did was connect the two parties, right? And but let me just tell you this last thing, final thought. If you have a job, this is the Tuition Free School of Entrepreneurship show. If you have a 9 to 5, please don't feel ashamed or bad about that. Look, if you read Rich Dad Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki, he had a job with FedEx. And he worked in his job and he did very well. And he used that as a catalyst to, turn into like this awesome mega entrepreneur. You can do it that way. You can start in a job and you can learn from the company, and then you can go create your own company. You can learn like that. You can grow like that. There's no shame in it. And, at the end of the day, everybody has their own path, right? So you can be an employee and you can do that your whole life if that's what you want. But this show is definitely about entrepreneurship. I believe that everybody and anybody can be an entrepreneur. I believe it's very rewarding. You don't need a special calling from God. You don't need anybody's permission. You can start today, and you can start building your own dreams through entrepreneurship. Not to say that you can't build your dreams as an employee, but I'm just telling you from my personal experience, entrepreneurship is totally rocking and rolling, and I love it. And I want to inspire entrepreneurship around the world with a specific focus on the Philippines. Thanks for watching, guys. The Tuition Free School of Entrepreneurship show. We're going to have many more episodes. And I'm looking to open my first brick and mortar physical location in Bohol, Philippines in 2021. I had originally set the date to 2025, but I thought, you know what? That's a lazy goal. I realized that it was a lazy goal. And I'm going to do an episode on that one. I'm going to do a whole episode on lazy goals, guys, because I realized, I said, you know what? 2025, I'll have my first school in the Philippines. And then I realized, wait a minute. Why do I need to wait till 2025 again? Like, I can do it now. I can make something faster. So now I've moved it way up to 2021, and I believe I'll hit that target. So guys, definitely, when it comes to goals and stuff, set your goals and then go after them. But like I said, I want to be very respectful of Dina's time. We could go on and on for hours, but we're going to wrap it up. And I thank you so much for coming on. It's been a super pleasure.
No, thank you. It's my pleasure. Just one last thing, Jess.
Yeah.
I have a good number of people who could actually be needing your help. Like if you are catering to, you said, saw companies, roofing, and all of this stuff, like please do give a shout out. Like I have people in my network, like home contractors, home improvement guys. If you wanted to connect with Jess, please feel free to do so.
Oh, yeah.
He's been helping other
solar companies
contractors as well.
Solar
companies.
My niche is solar.
Sure. Yep, mine is flooring. So, but yeah, I mean, there, the network and the groups
For
that,
sure.
So, thank you again very much, Jess. Like this has been great. This has been great. Please continue doing this. You're changing the world. You're helping tons of people.
Thank you so much for saying that. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and cut the live. Share it around with all your friends. Let's definitely change the world. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.